All right. Today, I want to talk about something. Actually, I want to talk about the elephant in the room because I know you felt it. Have you ever walked into a room? You see a dominant person, and it could be a woman, someone who has more power than you, someone who has more rank than you, someone who takes up more space, and suddenly you feel small. Have you been in such a room? Have you experienced such a situation? I have several times in my career. And I hear this several times each and every week, whether it's with my private clients or whether it's with new connections I invite in for heart-to-heart conversation. Or they're curious about what programs do I offer and how can I help them get unstuck. What happens in that moment is that you shrink. It's like that big balloon, suddenly it collapses. And before you know it, you have no energy. It's like what they say is gospel. Even though you are better equipped, you're better skilled, but they have and carry a dominance and a presence that is not really psychological safety, a match for that one. And you do not feel safe. I want to talk about that elephant in the room because now it's talk about it. Now it's time to talk about it. And it's something I'm going to teach you how to hold the space for that person so that you never again give power away. Yeah? Because I know this happens so often. And because I hear it all the time. And because I also see smart and capable women like you lose your power where you really should stand in your power, just being you, just holding the space, just smile and say, hey, what's going on? I'm talking about how we can stand in our power authentically, how we can hold the space for other people who want to play the power game. As I said to you, a new lovely executive I met the other day. Whenever you're in a room with someone who makes you feel less than, does that person come from abundance? I think it's a straightforward question, and I think there is a straightforward answer. No. Here's the truth. And I learned it the hard way. You cannot radiate on fear and abundance at the same time. It is absolutely difficult, impossible. Fear and abundance is freedom, it's joy, it's happiness, it's gratitude. I am so into this, right? Thank you for holding the space. Woo-hoo. So, fear and abundance. Let me just get this because this is so important. And I think the universe wants me to play with the energy right now. This is so important. And I think my body is responding right now. And we're diving in, doubling down on this in the jumpstart job and all the tribes that I have. Okay? That's also why I have the trusted white code. But let's see. Fear, freedom, gratitude, abundance, joy for life. They are all emotions. I'm sweating right now, right? But the moment you feel those emotions, the moments it become real for you. And when you give power away to other people, because they come from They come from, they have a fearful thinking, right? They know, I have to prove that I am right and I am the best result and da-di-da-di-da. My question to you again, do they radiate on abundance or do they radiate on fear? They radiate on fear. And I hear this so many times. This is what I'm teaching you today. Whatever people radiate on, that lower level energy, promise me, never again make their energy your energy, right? I've been there where you are. I've been there where I had no idea what my mentor and coach were talking about. But I get it now. And I think that when you really allow yourself to understand what energy is and ask yourself with honesty, how often have I given power away to someone who wanted to be smarter, who wanted to be clever, wanted to like really having the need to be better than you? How often have you given power away? Maybe, and I guess, as all the other people, amazing people I've spoken to over the years, you're giving power away more than once. Let me then also ask you this question. How often have you played that power game yourself? I'm going to be the first to raise my hand and I say, until I knew that I was vulnerable, until I knew and understood that actually I was coming from fear, until I knew that I was longing, I wrote a new email to my community yesterday, until I knew that I was seeking everyone else's approval, until I knew that I tried to copy, my brain is so responding now, until I knew that I was trying to be someone else than me, because I wanted to belong in the room and I felt I had to be someone else to belong. I couldn't just be Camilla. I radiated on fear. And my leadership radiated on fear, right? And if you're truly honest with yourself, you've done that as well, right? Nobody, it's not your fault. Nobody just haven't told you and given you the tools how to do differently. But this is what this training is all about. That's what we do in the Jumpstart program coming up on Monday. Because now you may ask, okay, Camilla, Jumpstart is all about looking for the next dream job. How can I apply that? Great question. I want to answer that question. Here's another problem, and I hear each and every day, all right? Subconsciously and without you knowing, you have been taught to respect authority. How's Luisa? The challenge or the problem comes when you are in leadership, when you're in your career. Then suddenly you give power away to people with higher ranks. And, which is wrong, because you are there because they need you in the room, but suddenly you give power away because of a person with a higher ranks. You haven't learned to see people without the label. I want to help you remove any label, not that you only give yourself, but also everyone else. See people as who they are, right? They have a problem. Every leader, every CEO has a problem. Every leader, CEO has a challenge. Go find those challenges, go find those problems, and they help position you as that facilitator of change. That's what we're going to do starting on Monday, 3 weeks in a row, because then you will have no competitors. Then silence will not kill your career, okay? So when we run down, or do we say that in English? But we're going to pitch ourselves for a new job. It's not, and I told someone earlier this week, it really breaks my heart every time I read on LinkedIn, do you have a job for me? That is the wrong way if you want a better job. It is, and I say this a lot, and it breaks my heart, because then you have not yet understood how worthy you are. You are worthy, you are good. The only thing for you to do is to discover what you're really good at. And we are all very good at something. And that is what you're going to monetize, okay? Now with the energy play, and I train my clients, both my private clients, and now I'm starting on Monday for 3 weeks, because this is so important, right? When you go into your next job conversation, I don't call it an interview, because what happens with energy, there's so much to energy and the words. When you say an interview, do you feel on par? No, you don't. It is a conversation, and as well as they do an addition on you, you're going to take that room and you're going to audit them. Do you really want to work for them? Do you really want to, and I'm feeling that, want to set them up for success, right? That is what this is all about. Yes, if we're junior, maybe we want to play it in a different way, but still we want to be really own our worthiness, right? We don't want to give our power away. Whether we are 18, 23, or 55 or 61, it doesn't really matter. We're never gonna give our worthiness away. All right, so let's play back to, like, imagine you're going into having the mental picture that you're going into a conversation, and that's a CEO. How would you normally feel? I'm going to talk about with the CEO. Do you feel on par? Do you feel as a peer, or do you feel less than, right? You feel less than. I don't want you to feel less than. And that's what I'm training you and teaching you how to not to feel less than. In the Jumpstart program, you're going to show up and you're going to really hold that space for my language right now. You're going to serve your ass off. You're going to serve your ass off. You're going to really ask some powerful questions, because they have some pains, they have some challenges, and you want to understand what this is all about, right? But with authenticity, and with respect, of course. All right. Now, what sometimes happens is that you either on Zoom or on like face-to-face, there are some people who remember hurt people, that they play with power, right? Or maybe they have a stressful day. Maybe they just lost a parent. You never know what's going on, but they radiate on a lower level of energy and the fear. Remember, we cannot radiate on fear and abundance at the same time. So something I want you to remember today, that is that equation, right? Anyway, that person radiates on fear. And how do you then feel? Oh, did I say the right thing? And you just play less than, and you start to negotiate your price, right? You give away power. You're giving away your uniqueness. I don't want you to do that, right? That is the silent killer. I don't want you to do that. I want you to really understand that you are so good, and you are going to, the way, if you want a better job, is to step up and really own the space. No matter, let's play that this is an interview, no matter, and you're the interviewee, you're the candidate, and I'm the interviewer, right? I'm the CEO, right? I'm not a bit bossy. I've always been hurt, and my wife has left me, or my husband has left me. I'm aggressive, right? You can feel it. And okay, what do you have to, like, come on, right? Never take my energy and play small and say, oh, you're such a bastard. Oh, what a dominant woman, right? And I hear this so often, more often, and that's what I want to talk about today, about the energy, or not the energy, the elephant in the room. There's something about women. There's something about women where they feel heard, they play with power. And that is, but they just remember, they do not come from abundance. So if that woman says this is psychological safety environment, you know the answer. She's lying, right? Because she cannot build that psychological safety net, even when you're in the room. But it doesn't matter, because she is her. You're not going to take her energy and make it your energy. Do you understand this? This is so important. And the last thing I want to share with you today, and if this really speaks to you, if you are looking for your next dream job, if you are in transition, and maybe you are a placement consultant, doesn't really help you, then I guarantee if you play with me, the 3 weeks together will move your needle. And go read some of the testimonials we have. You'll see how fast we can actually rethink your strategy in less than 90 minutes. Job search strategy. Or you're a consultant and you're looking for higher paying clients or customers. This can be for you as well. All right, there's so much I want to share. All right, but if you are looking to level up, new bonus, more promotion, the course is for you. All right, but the last thing I want to share with you, and I hear it so often, and maybe we're addressing two elephants in the room, but it's still the silent killer. That is people, so without them knowing, they borrow other people's limiting beliefs. Let me just say that again. I'm going to give you an example. Without you realizing, you borrow other people's limiting beliefs, and what they say about him or her, you take it as a truth. And without you even questioning, and I work with quite some successful entrepreneurs, right? And they say, and it's so true, poor and middle class people, they do not know how to think. It's a really good example that you haven't developed the muscle of your mind. I want to teach you to really be so conscious aware of what you choose to believe in. Because if you subconsciously, without you realizing, just accepting whatever people are telling you, that he is difficult or she is difficult, never say something, you are subconsciously adopting, applying, borrowing their limiting beliefs. And guess what that will do to your career? Guess what it will do when you go and pitch? You have, even before you even met that person, you have created a mental picture in your mind, and you have given power away. This is so important. I've learned it, and if I can learn it and my clients can learn it, you can learn how to think differently, so that whatever thought you're thinking, it works for you and not against you, right? In Jumpstart, we are going to rethink together your job search strategy. I talked about, remember, being an inch wide and a mile deep. We're going to do that together, right? We're going to talk about your belief systems. What have you inherited? What is yours, right? We're going to talk about your LinkedIn profile. We're going to talk about what you're really good at. We're going to talk about how to ace any conversation. I gave you a bit of a teaser in this free training today. This 3 weeks workshop that is coming up, a program that's coming up on Monday, if you are ready to stop playing small, if you're ready to finally land your next dream job, then join us. All right. This is not a course where you should just sit back, just relax. It is not just a program where I do everything for you, because it's not. And people say, can I join even though I'm not going to talk? No, because you will not. I am working with people who want to land the next dream job. If you do not want to practice, then this community is not for you. All right. I say this for love, because I don't want you to waste your money. I don't want you to waste your time, right? So go find something else. Go find a mentor who can open the doors. I think it would be difficult if you don't want to learn, where you get in your way. But if you're ready to learn, if you're vulnerable to learn how to think differently, how to position you differently, because at the end of the day, you have no competitors, okay? Borrow this belief. You have no competitors, but you're just thinking it from the wrong perspective, all right? I'm going to teach you how to think differently. I'm going to walk the journey with you. And we start on Monday, the 17th. We have training Monday, Wednesday, 90 minutes. We have open office hours on Tuesday, and that's the cadence. 3 weeks in a row. And if you do what I share, if you're open, right, you will move your needle faster than you ever thought would be possible. Together, I will also help you how to negotiate a salary that really matches what you're worth. Never listen to headhunters because they are just a middleman. That's a straw man, right? No, you're gonna own your worth. And I've been enough in this game to know that if you can articulate the pain points, the pains and the challenges, what they really face and where they want to go next, let me ask you this: why wouldn't they hire you? They would. Of course they would, because you know exactly. Last year I talked about and trained about the hammering or tapping process. If you are better than the best, the best leaders, listen, the best leaders, I'm running out of time, but this is so important. The best leaders, they rather want to waste money than to waste time. Middle class and poor people, they rather waste time than waste money. If you can articulate what you're really good at, and if you, and will help you really ask those questions so that you can understand what are the pains and what are the problems, then you are the right candidate for that next job. But you have not been taught it that way. It took me, I'm not without revealing my age, it took me more than 40 years to learn this, but it works. Okay. Now, if you are ready, let's work together. We start on Monday. Either you can write, we're streaming from quite a few platforms right now. If you want to join us, type ready in the comment below or send me a DM, because we're streaming from Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube right now. And I will send you more information, or you can go to calbergcoaching.com/jumpstart February 2025. I think it should be, right? And go and secure one of the few seats. I guarantee you're not investing in me. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in your life. You're investing in your career. And if you not only do this for yourself, you're also doing it for your children, right? If my daughter understands this and is my best reminder, what I'm going to teach you, and if you teach your children, you're going to see how they're going to step up to a level and conscious awareness that you never knew would be possible. All right. So that, remember, never give power away. Remember, never take any, my body so deep. Remember never to absorb any other people's negativity, because it's all about them. But that's the elephant in the room. Nobody talks about it, right? Remember that. And then remember that, what's the next? There were so many things. I really went out of script right now on this one. But remember to really just own your worth. I think that's how I want to end today. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. And for whoever resonated with this message, make sure that you join us on Monday. It'd be absolutely amazing to help you ace any conversation, right? Digs into you is just a conversation. I love you. Have a wonderful Saturday, wherever you are tuning in from. And I'm saying goodbye from a snowy